So Governor Steve Sisolak has come in and mandated masks are now required for everybody visiting Vegas and going to a local business. What does this mean for you, and what is repercussions will it have? Do we blame the governor or do we blame some other people? I'm going to tell you the blame is actually on a lot of people, and it's not on you, the people watching this video. Let's get to that. And if you need a face mask, and a lot of people are going to be my haters, they're going to say, oh, wow, you're happy about this. Your wife makes face masks. Yeah, you know what? I'm not happy about it. Thank you very much. Haters going to be hating. And my wife does make face masks. This is a Vegas face mask, no S on the end.com. But if you guys need to pick up the masks, I'm not happy about this. This is something that's very bad, but we're going to talk about it on camera. If you guys want to support the channel, head on over to Patreon. You can be in the credits of the videos like the people at the end of this video. And you guys can also head on over to our Facebook group, Not Leaving Las Vegas. Okay, you can talk about Vegas stuff right there. You also can head up on over to Amazon or Vegas.com using the links in the video description here. And you guys can always do those things if you want to support, or just like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the future notifications, and leave us a comment. Do we cut Sisolak some flack? Because in the past, I've been very hard on him, and I'm still a little sore about his live streams never working out and him acting like he is Governor Cuomo of New York when he is totally not. But he doesn't have to release those big live streams. He can just do it in a press release. Anyways, we have to move on to the topic of the video, which is that as of 11:59 p.m. today, Governor Sisolak says all of the businesses with patrons in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all of Nevada have to have face masks. So what does that mean to you? What are the exemptions? What's going to happen when you go into one without one? Are you going to get ticketed? The cops see you walking in. Are you going to get a ticket from the police? No, none of that stuff. We're also going to touch upon the fact that people need authority. That's an important thing. And how is it with people saying defund law enforcement with this happening? It's a very interesting kind of thing to explore. So Governor Sisolak yesterday, he came about and he talked about the fact that we have to wear face masks. Now, I have to give credit to the governor in a lot of ways. I'm not against giving credit to people. When I say I'm going to give credit to people, I say I'm going to do a good job of it. He has in the past taken a very fatherly type approach. You know, you never think I would give credit to the guy because he seems to have a very disorganized way of doing things. But originally, when he said we are going into a phase, there was no phase. He said everybody has to shut it down if you're non-essential. He did not say we're going to actually enforce any kind of reproductions. Yeah, we're not going to force reproductions. There'll be no repercussions for enforcing that, right? So at first it was shut down if you're not a non-essential. People didn't do that. Hair salons, tattoo parlors, they were all open. And that was a problem. And so then eventually he said, okay, we are enforcing this. You have to shut down. You have to shut down. So that was a fatherly approach. Like, clean your room. And then it was clean your room where you get no allowance. Second phase, it was open up and require all of your employees of wearing a face mask, but your patrons should wear one, but they're not required to. Okay, we got past that phase. Then we went to phase two. Phase two was open up and your employees need face masks. And if your patrons don't have them, make them available and encourage them to do so. What do we see in phase two? We saw tons of people on the Las Vegas Strip not wearing face masks. Now, granted, I will tell you, normal Las Vegas, everyday Las Vegas, everybody kind of wore a face mask and social distanced. You go to a store here in Las Vegas, people are wearing them. They're not having a problem, and it's not a bad deal. But now we're into a quasi phase two where the governor has said that everybody has to wear them if they're going into a private business. So we give him credit for trying to take the approach of let people govern themselves because we are a democracy, we are a capitalist society. And if they can't do it on their own, we're going to hit them with some government sanctions. What other kind of sanctions are we talking about? Well, it's easy. DSW on the Strip, and you're seeing it in the live Eagle camera behind me. They're over by the Showcase Mall. They didn't close like they were supposed to, and they ended up having to have their business license suspended until the 30th of April, and they probably saw some kind of monetary penalty from the government. So the businesses out there are going to have to start enforcing face masks, which means they might have to put a person at the door and tell people you need a mask, and if you don't have one, here is one. They hand them to you. But that's what's going to happen here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And It's a sticky situation because I said before that from my sources, from what I learned from my inside sources, the casinos never wanted to enforce anything. They took the stance of, well, you're not doing this thing. We're not going to enforce it. We don't have an incident on camera where somebody films something and all of a sudden it's a big, huge blow up. We don't want to tell people to social distance. We don't want to tell people that they have to wear a face mask. So we're going to let people make the right decisions and choices for them. Right now, we see an experiment up in Seattle where tragically a few people have lost, or one person at least has lost their life. We didn't have police in an area. The police didn't come. Somebody got shot. They wouldn't let the police in. It's a tragic situation. People in general will, when left to their own accord and devices, do whatever they think is best for them. It's not always best for them or society. So right now we have a whole populace coming to Vegas, and it's an 8 to 10 ratio, 8 to 20 ratio, 8 to 20. I'd say 80 to 20, 80% of people are not wearing the masks. And when they come to Vegas and they have what I had for the last 2 days, you can hear my voice is better today. It's getting better every day. They have something, they think it's a regular cold. Let's say I went to Vegas and I wasn't from here. I came to Vegas and I had a regular cold. And I'm thinking, well, I'm okay, I'm fine. I get this every year. But what if it wasn't the same thing as every year, right? I come to Vegas, I sneeze on things. I sneeze into my hand, which you're not supposed to do. I sneeze into my shoulder, whatever. I wipe my nose, I touch something, somebody else touches it. I think I have a regular cold. And then I just spread the disease if I don't have a regular cold to somebody else. That's the slippery slope that we're in. So a face mask helps people to ensure that if they're sneezing outbound, the globules of saliva, the little spray that they have, will not infect other people. But people are looking at it like, well, the casino is not mandating me, so I don't have to wear this thing, so it's not a problem. Well, it actually is a problem. It's a problem because the casinos are not enforcing anything. Again, they don't want to be the bully. They don't want to be the person that enforces the rules. It has a bad reputation of enforcing the rules so that the people get on social media and say that the Bellagio made me wear a face mask and everybody's upset with them. And I can understand that from their perspective too. But right now there's a few exemptions to the rule. The exemptions to the rule are simple. If you have a medical condition, you don't have to wear a face mask. Now, I guess that's a lot of people that are going to say, oh, well, I have a medical condition, so I don't have to wear one. Wink, wink. Now, look, it's the same thing as people getting on the airplanes with so-called service animals, comfort animals. Some people really need them. They have post-traumatic stress disorder because they did something for us in the past in the military. And some people don't need them, and they thought that they were smart enough to get along and they could, bring my dog on a plane. No one's going to say anything. Fair enough. The other exemption is people under the age of 9. Which makes no sense to me because 9-year-olds and under are asymptomatic as heck and they don't have to wear a mask, but they spread the disease. That's the truth. Little kids don't seem to get affected as much. The other exemption is people who can't wear a mask and take it off for regular purposes. Maybe they are a quadriplegic. They don't have the use of their hands. They can't get up. They can't do it. That makes sense too. But everybody else has to wear a mask. Now, are you going to be ticketed? Are you going to be stopped by the Metro Police Department for walking into a restaurant without one? No. That's not going to happen. The police are not going to intervene. They're not going to make it a problem for people who are not wearing one. They're going to put it directly on the businesses. So this is a big burden for the business in Las Vegas, meaning that if somebody walks into a business, a Target, an Office Depot, or a casino, and they're not wearing the mask, and the business division shows up and sees that there are patrons not wearing a mask, they're going to fine the business. Who knows how much money? Might be a small fine, might be a large fine. But it's like we used to say when I worked in the timeshare game years ago, hit them with a pocketbook. It always makes them pay attention. So it's a bit of a quagmire here. If you go into a casino, you need a face mask. You say, well, I have breathing conditions. Who's going to find out if you really have them or not? They're not going to check your medical history. They're not going to see your record. I guess you could get away without wearing one, but it comes down to what I said. Look, yesterday I came home at 3 o'clock. I slept from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 in the morning. It's a lot of hours to sleep. I woke up, my chest pain is gone. I don't have the cough. My voice is recovering, But what if I was that person who got sick every year and I was from New York State? I don't know that I have the C19 virus. I think that I don't have it because I've gotten sick every single year. And I come to Vegas and I sneeze and I cough and I touch the Bellagio fountain and somebody comes around. They have a compromised immune system. They also touch it. What are we doing right there? You know, the face mask doesn't prevent the virus from getting away from your mouth and breath, but it does prevent the virus from getting away from your mouth and breath when you sneeze and shoot saliva everywhere. If you don't believe me, look on YouTube. Check out slow motion sneeze. You will see how much saliva comes out of your mouth at that point. So whether or not Steve Sisolak is going to get the flack for this is probably not a point. He's going to get the flack because he's governor, but I think it lands directly on the shoulders of the casino owners for not doing anything this entire time when all of these people were coming in without masks and the casinos were not enforcing it because the casinos wanted to have a good time with their employees. And I think that's a shame. But what do you think in the comments? Leave me a comment below. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I should be out tomorrow on the Strip. If I can recover past today, I'm staying off work. I'm in my home office. We have the cool American Eagle camera. Hopefully it hasn't caused you nausea. Like, share, subscribe. Head up Vegas Face Mask. I know s@theend.com if you guys want to go ahead and get masks. Hit up the Patreon if you want to be in the credits of the video. And I thank you for watching. And this is the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1. And my camera is so far away that I can't really get close. But I say 3, 2, 1 and click.